But the Sephora VIB sale has started for Rouge. And if you're a Rouge member and you want 20% off, you might want to go pick it up. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your fave. And if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, this is a first impression and demo of the new Natasha Denona Glam Palette Volume 2. I don't know if there's a volume, but the deep version. I'll have all the timestamps down below if you're wondering, or if you just want to skip to whichever portion of the video, whether I'm using the eyeshadows, the blush, or the highlighter, and my final thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more details of this look, you can go ahead over to the description box where I'll link everything that I use down below. And yeah, let's get into this video. Editing Andrew, roll the clip of you doing the swatches and enjoy. So this is the new Natasha Denona Glam face palette. I'm just gonna do like a simple look and then I'll do a more in-depth video, I think, like a 3 looks, 1 palette kind of video later on down the road, but this is just my first impressions. I'm just gonna peel off the protective film. Ooh. That's crisp. So I'm gonna go in with the transition shade right here and just put that all over my crease. So this is what my eyes are currently looking like with that transition shade all over my lid. So I'm going to go in with the smoke shade, which is the deepest shade in the palette, and put that in the outer corner of my eyelid. Oh yeah, these are powdery. Maybe they're not creamy mattes. This is pretty. Oh. Okay. Okay, Miss Denona, I see you. You were trying to give something to the girls. Miss Denona really said, don't worry, Negroes, I got you. I got you. This is pretty. This is actually a really pretty, deep, cool toned brown shade that's not pulling gray. Because my problem usually with cool toned browns, and you can blame Morphe for this, because for the longest time, I hated neutral eyeshadows because at the time, all I could afford was a Morphe, and this was years ago, right? So I bought like the OG, like one of the OG Morphe palettes, and from that point on, I just hated neutral, and like I just hated neutral eyeshadows because of Morphe, because the eyeshadows were literally dust. It was chalk, they were clay, they were soot, basically. And they never showed up on my lids. And if they did, they usually look like muddy and stuff. So I typically stray away, because I'm traumatized, so I typically stray away from like cool toned brown shades. So this is what we're working with right now. This shadow is so pretty. Now I'm going to go into the crease shade, which is this shade over here, and use that to blend the smoke shade and the transition shade out, just to get a better gradient in between the two shadows. So this is what we're working with right now. This is what my eyes look like with all the mattes currently on my lid. I mean, on camera, it's looking really like natural, and which is, I mean, it's the Glam palette, so like it's going to be a little bit more natural. I'm going to take the inner corner shadow shade and put that all over my lids, and that's what it looks like on my phalange. Looks cute, looks promising. So this is what my eyes are looking like right now. Obviously I don't have any lashes, mascara, or eyeliner on, but off first impressions, I love this formula. Like, it is just so pearlescent and glossy and shiny on the lids. Like, wow. Like, this honestly might turn into my new everyday palette. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. I'm I'm really impressed. I'm not gonna lie. So let me hop off camera. I'm gonna add some bronzer and lashes. Then we can get into the face palette portion of this palette, which is a blush and a highlight. Alright, and I'm back with some lashes and bronzer on. I know this is a first impression, but so far this face palette is blowing me away. I'm just going to take a damp sponge. This sponge is from Drench Cosmetics. I'll link their site down below. It's a black owned indie brand, and I'm just going to go into the blush and apply that on my cheekbones. My skin honestly just looks healthy. There's a nice, healthy flush and glow to my cheeks. So, Natasha Denona, you might have did the damn thing. Now I'm going to go in with the cream highlight, which is this shade right here. I'm going to take that same sponge and just ever so, ooh, that's, I literally just ever so lightly tapped my sponge into that and it picked up this much product. I'm going to tap off the excess on the back of my hand just so we don't be, just so we're not looking crazy out here, and I'm going to apply it on my cheeks. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? I don't typically highlight the bridge of my nose like this. This is a beaming highlight. But the thing is, so I'm just going to flip my sponge on the flat side and just kind of blend and see what this gives. So now I'm just blending to see what this gives. Push that into the skin and take away the excess. This, okay, Miss Denona, okay. Yeah, this is the finished look using the new Natasha Denona Glam palette, the deeper version of the two. Let me know what y'all think down below. So final thoughts and first impressions on this palette. Honestly, I like it. If you couldn't tell by my reaction in the video and the tutorial of me using these products for the first time, I love it. But I do want to say, you do not need to spend $69 or $75 or however much this costs, plus like the tax and shipping. You don't need to spend that much money on a palette, on a face palette like this. So is it necessary to buy? No. Am I glad that I have it in my collection? Yes. And if you have the money to spend, especially with the Sephora VIB sale going on right now, would I recommend y'all picking it up and saving that 20% off if you just order this or your whole order? Yes. But is it like something that's going to change your life, do your taxes for you, and give you a 401k? No. So is it going to like change your life? No. But I honestly love this palette. Natasha Denona and the team, if y'all are watching, thank you. Thank you. And that's just off my first impression on the eyeshadows. Now the blush took me by surprise because I wasn't sure about the shade. I was like, okay. It's a little light, but we'll make it work. No, this blush honestly just gives your cheeks a nice healthy glow and flush to the skin. It's not anything that's going to be crazy. It's not going to have you out here looking like clowns. It's pretty foolproof in my opinion because of the shade. Because of the shade and the formulation, it's foolproof. You can go in as heavy-handed as you want and you're not going to look crazy. So that is a plus, and I do like the blush. The blush is what surprised me the most because when it came out, obviously I was going to buy it, but I was like, okay. But I really do like the blush. Now the highlighter. I want to say, okay, the highlighter is not bad. It's not bad. But the highlighter is a bit on the lighter side for someone with my complexion. With that being said, it works. And I feel like if you were deeper than me, it might look a lot more, there might be a bigger contrast between your natural skin tone and the highlighter. But if you're my shade or lighter and around my shade, the highlighter will work. It's just don't go heavy-handed. It's almost giving me like a champagne gold. but there's like a clear base. I honestly don't know how to describe it. So those are my thoughts on the highlighter. The highlighter is fine. It's not my favorite shade of highlighter, and it is a little bit on the lighter side. So if you're my skin tone or close to it, I would go in with a lighter hand, because as you saw in the demo portion of this video, it picked up a lot of product on just my sponge. So I mean, that could be a good thing, that you can just boop, lightly dip your sponge into it, but it does pick up a lot of product, and it could have the potential of looking ashy or casket ready if you go in with a heavy hand, if you're my skin tone or around it, or deeper than me. Honestly, if I could change anything about the palette, I would add a little bit more pigment into the highlighter, because it does come across as like a champagne-y, like a lighter champagne-y highlighter. So I would add just a little bit more pigment, but that's just me. Okay, but as a whole, I like the palette. Now, do you need it? No. Would I recommend it if you have the extra funds to pick it up, or you were eyeing it, and especially with the VIB sale? Yes, pick it up. Yeah, this is the finished look. Let me know what y'all think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and I just want to let y'all know, thank you for engaging with my content. And yeah, these next couple of weeks, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, there might be a small little content shift, because I'm going to be doing bad bitch tings, okay? But y'all will see that when those videos come out. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to go pack for something that's happening, not this weekend, yeah, because it's Sunday, so I'm going to go pack for something that's happening this following weekend, and y'all will probably see that next Monday. So